Hello gang, yes it's a Monday the 18th of June 2018. Welcome along to Bracknell and Television Centre Bracknell for another live United Kingdom talk coming to you from yours truly. Morning boys and girls. I had the blue screen of death this morning on my, not the broadcast computer, on the computer that I watch myself back on and get the bits of news and watch the little meter going like that and play music. It came on the blue screen of death. How strange and mysterious that is. I haven't had that for ages, have you? And it was on startup. So it was starting up. Actually, the computers these days, they don't take long to start up either. It was always a thing between PCs and Apples, okay, that an Apple computer, you just push a button and almost, within the space of a few seconds, it was on. There you go. It was working. Whereas PCs take a while to wind up, but they don't take long at all now. Maybe 10 to 15 seconds before mine bursts into life now. And this blue screen came up and it said something about wanting to go and have a dump. I thought, how strange. Blue screen of death and then something about having a dump. I can't remember what it was now. So that was very strange and mysterious. That was this morning. I want to say congratulations to Danny, Danny Gibbs, who has adopted a rescue cat, boys and girls. Here it is. Its name is Pancake. Oh, look. How can you have that on the Monday morning? Overloading on cuteness this morning, boys and girls. Not only have you got me sitting here looking cute this morning, but also Pancake the cat. Congratulations to Danny Gibbs, who's got Pancake the cat. Now, he did get her I think it was on Friday, he went to pick up Pancake the cat, who spent the first 24 hours next to him on his settee and wouldn't move. And then when Danny went to bed, the cat starts exploring the flat because he's just moved in. Isn't that lovely? Adopting a little kitten like that. So that's Pancake the cat. Congratulations to you, Danny. Anyone see the BBC News business news this morning? There's a new girl on there. She had a pink cardigan on. Oh, she was useless. She kept tripping up on her words. She was not relaxed at all. And then the other lady who's on there quite often, she was interviewing some young bloke with a bald head and dark-rimmed glasses. Clearly a millennial Corbynist. Definitely, you can spot them a mile off, dear. You can spot the lefty trash a mile off. They've got these great, they've always got black, dark-rimmed glasses on. And they just look, and they're not amused by anything. And she was trying to interview one of them this morning. Oh, he was awful. Dreadful. He had a bald head as well. I mean, I've got a bald, nothing wrong with bald heads. I'm just describing how he is. Oh, have you got a bald head phobia? Well, I bumped into someone on, I can't remember who it was now. Let me try and remember who it was. Can't remember. But where I work on Friday night, the chaps use the ladies' toilets sometimes. That's just how it is. Generally, in a gay pub, okay, you can use the ladies' toilets as well. One of the reasons for this, of course, is that us men, we hate using toilets what don't have a door going from the top to the bottom. Now, you know what I mean, don't you? I've mentioned this a few times over the years in pubs. I hate using a toilet, a public toilet, where the door doesn't go from the very top to the very bottom. So what I would mean by that is like that, right? So that would be the door, an acceptable door. What I hate is when the door's like this and you've got a gap at the top of the bottom. Now, the reason you've got gaps at the top of the bottom generally is to catch people going in public toilets and doing drugs. I mean, they even do it at McDonald's here. I've gone in at McDonald's toilets years ago and found blooming syringes on the floor. Frightening, isn't it, really? And I hate that. I can't go. I can't use a toilet if the door's not going from the top to the bottom. Well, in the ladies, certainly in the pub I work in, they have an outside door. You usually go in at an outside door. And then there's a little wash basin on the side. And then there's an inside door, which is inside the out. So you go for the outside door, and there's only one toilet in there. But this is the best toilet in London, because you go in the outside door and there's already a lock there. So you lock that and you're in that little cubicle on your own. No one can hear any noises. You won't be bothered or anything like that. So we like using that toilet. So it was one of those, I think the person was a bit lefty. I think it was a lefty person outside who saw me come out. And they said, "You're using the ladies' toilet." And I knew this person was probably politically correct. I said, "You're using the ladies' toilet." I said, "Yes." "Well, it's the ladies." I said, "Well, that's a bit sexist, isn't it?" "Well, not really, it's the ladies. You shouldn't use that." "Well, that's really sexist. So you're saying that as a man, I can't use anything to do with ladies?" "Well, it's the ladies' toilet." I said, "Yeah, but you're being sexist." "Oh, and besides, I want to identify as something else." "Well, what do you mean?" "At this moment in time, I'm identifying as a woman." "Well, is that okay?" "Well, yeah." "Well, therefore, I can use the ladies' toilet." And I walked off. See, you've got to turn all this politically correct crap back on itself and fire it back at the very people that love it. That's the way to deal with that. So I used the ladies' toilet. If only I'd flashed the toilet afterwards, she would have probably been much happier than she was. But there we are. So that's that. Let me see. Upskirting. You may have seen on the news upskirting this week. Last week, upskirting. Again, very sexist. Why can't we have upshorting as well? Because I've got my shorts on this morning. Now, I'm going to show you this. And I'm going to show you my legs now, boys and girls. And you may look. You may even, if you want to, take a picture, a screenshot of my legs. And I'm not going to report you for any sort of taking dodgy pictures of me. Right? Upskirting is sexist. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Here we go. There we are. Oh, yes. Look at those. Look, like Cristiano Ronaldo's. Look at the muscle on them. Look at the muscle. Let me move my microphone. Look at the muscle on there. Look, watch the muscle. Can you see it? The muscle wobbles on these. Isn't that fantastic? And here as well. Look, wobbling muscle. You've never seen wobbling muscle before, have you? Eh? Well, why aren't we having, in the courts, upshorting? I'm sure this goes on. You know, certainly when I'm working, I'm sure I've seen people secretly taking pictures of my bum and my legs as I walk around. That should be made illegal. That should be... it's really upsetting. Oh, it's really upsetting. People are taking pictures of my bum. Yeah, I think it should be made illegal. Well, you can't have it one way and not the other, dear. Taking photos of my bum without my permission is absolutely outrageous, dear. Is it you taking pictures and post it? But I know what you're doing. Oh, I know what it is. Because my bum is so pert and perfect, you're taking pictures of my bum and putting it on your own dating profile picture app, aren't you? Yes. Don't think I know what you're doing. Probably people, about 1 million people, have just taken a photocopy, a photoshot, whatever it is, a screenshot of my legs, and you're now going to crop the head off, aren't you, and put your own head on top of those legs because they are so perfect and gorgeous. I know that is the case. Yes. So if there's a chap out there, or a lady, chap or lady out there, who will please take the men's cause to the courts immediately, or Parliament, to Parliament, and stop this illegal taking of men's legs and bottoms as they are walking around London, because it's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. And then, no doubt, one of the ladies will stand up and say, "I object, I want pictures of them." Who would that? That'd be Teresa. She won't have any of that. I heard that she takes a lot of pictures of young men as she walks around. Mind you, not surprised. Have you seen the husband? Oh, right, let's say hello to some of you this morning. Good morning, darlings. It's lovely to be with you. Now, where should we start? Let's start on YouTube. Good morning to Paul Mosley, who is first on the YouTube. Is there a prize today? There's never a prize, Paul. There's never, ever... We can't afford to give away prizes. I'm trying to buy a caravan, dear. I've got to save my pennies now. Dear. Paul says, perfect description of Millennium black rim glasses, Chris. The Owen Jones has been on Sky News. Oh, not Owen Jones. One of the most boring people ever to come out of a mother. Oh, God. Can you just imagine him having a conversation with him? Owen Jones. And half the time they start questioning him and he trips up on his own art. He don't even know what he's bleeding talking about. Owen Jones. I hate him. Isn't that a terrible word? Hate. Yes, I hate him. Good morning. Paul's quite right. What about upkilting? Very good point, Paul. Very good point. I reckon what's her name does that a lot. What's her name? The Scottish lady? I bet she does that. While she's in the Scottish Parliament, she's got the old camera and she's holding up the kilts and taking photographs of that. I'm wishing that her husband was as well endowed as the pictures that she's got on her phone. Good morning to Robert on Periscope. Hello, good morning, Robert. Feel free, ask your question and I'll answer it for you. Okay. Over on Facebook Live, good morning to the lovely Andy Baker. Good morning. First in this morning on there, Andy. Runman. Good morning, Runman. Rajesh. I guess on one of the Learn English website groups. Good morning, as is Karan. Good morning, Diane. Jeb. Morning, Diane, you lovely lady. Hello to Dave Holland. Can you please play Let Your Love Flow by the Bellamy Brothers on your radio show? Yes, Dave. I'm just coming to that in a moment. I'll be doing a radio show a little bit later, gang. That's between... I haven't got any other... I'm going to have to write on this envelope. That's an excellent request. Let your love flow. Let your love flow. Who's that for? Dave Holland. Just to let you know, gang, at 10 o'clock this morning, I host a music and chat show. That's at reachonair.com. Reachonair.com, music and chat show, and that will be at 10 o'clock this morning. I always ask you to choose up to 6 songs for me to play. I've got the first one already. I need a piece of popular classical music and a ballad as well. So if you want to choose that, I'll take the first 6 that come down the line. Please choose popular music, not songs that no one knows, because that's just, I'm not trying to educate people. I try and play what you want. Popularist. Popularist. Well, I'm trying to be a popularist anyway. Thank you, Dave. That'll be on for you in the show later on. Good morning to Rod Brown. What's this? Wobble, wobble, jelly on a plate. Well, you have what you want for breakfast, Rod. I hope you're not referring to my muscles. I really do. Robert says, I'm tired of discrimination in the country. Yes, me too, Robert. But we don't really do serious here, Robert, I must say. Wrong show if you want to have a serious conversation. I send the entire world up, starting with myself. Look at me, sitting here, thinking that I'm some sort of megastar. Well, I am, actually. I am. I don't know where you are, Robert, but I am the biggest star here in the UK. I can't leave the house through people throwing their underwear, some of it not washed. I've got to tell you, some of it not washed. Not that that's a problem. Do you know there's people that sell their used underwear on the internet? Did you know that, Robert? This is true. I'm not a very good businessman. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I went out with a bag of my old washing the other day. I couldn't give it away. Funny, isn't it? That's actually a lie. I did have the bag of dirty underwear, and people were grabbing on it, thinking that it would be, well, it would be actually, knowing that it would be worth an absolute fortune to try and sell pairs of my old pants on eBay. Like what would happen? You'd go on the eBay and say, oh, what's that old pair of pants? Oh my God, it's Chris Reardon's, and then they would offer you huge sums of money for it. Huge sums of money, I'm telling you now. Robert says they have the Bet Awards. Why don't they have the Wet Awards? Because it didn't rain that week. That was very quick of me, don't you? I'm very quick this morning. Good morning to Jonathon. Absolutely love the Central TV theme opening. Yes, I've got a few of those. The thing is, Jonathon, I like the old ITV startup things, and you don't hear them. This music is not used by anyone anymore. And I think it's such a shame that such wonderful pieces of music are never heard anymore. I mean, it used to be played at 9:30 in the morning, so I suppose not many people will know that tune. It'll only be sad individuals like me who used to wait up in the morning or get up early in the morning to watch these startups on the telly. Of course, they're all available on YouTube now. I don't know if you know that. Just type in, for example, Thames Startup. That's a wonderful piece of music. Or ATV, that's a good one. ATV Startup. So as I change things at the beginning of the show, whenever I have time to do it, because it does take quite a long time to remake a countdown thing. It takes hours to do that. if you include going out and taking all the little films, days to do something like that, then I choose another little bit of music and put it on there. I'll use the ATV one at some point as well. Many years ago, Jonathon did his work experience at Central Television in Birmingham. Quite sad that many of the regional... Oh, don't, Jonathon. Don't even go there, mate. I think it was an absolute disaster and travesty that all the local stations merged into one. I really do. When I was a kid, I had dreams of me travelling up and down the country when I was able to drive. I was so young. When I got a car, I was going to go up and down the country with a tape recorder and record all the openings. I was. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Good morning to Michael Darton. Good morning, Michael. Had your birthday the other day, didn't you? I hope you had a nice time, darling. Who said they only want your legs. Oh, they don't want the face? What's wrong with the face? Is it too old now for you, Michael? The face is too old, dear. It's not the same face as I had on the stage at a black cap, is it? Oh, well, we all get a bit older. Morning, Alex. Who's understanding a little bit of what I'm saying due to the English accent. Well, I would speak slower, but if I spoke any slower, you'd probably think you were waiting in a queue at Euro Disney. That is slow. Anyone been to Euro Disney? My God, that's slow there. They can't sort out the queues there. In America, everything moves so quickly. Not in Euro Disney. They move at the speed of a snail. Awful place. Hello to Sarah Lou Lace. Good morning, Sarah. Can I have Michael Jackson Ben? That'll do. Thank you. Michael Jackson Ben. Who's that for? Andy Baker. Ben Michael Jackson. There's our ballad. Excellent. Jackson. Any others come through there? Rod was referring to my muscles. My muscles don't move. What are you talking about, dear? Wobble, wobble. How rude. Rude. Hello, Sarah Lou Lace. Adrian, you can record opening of your wallet and close it on that. That would be quite unique. It takes ages to do that, Adrian. We wouldn't get through. We'd do the show before that wallet opened. I'm telling you that now, Adrian. I'm very, very naughty. Can we have the White Entertainment Awards? No, you can't. Robert, you get a bit serious for us on here. We like to have a laugh on here, Robert. It's all very light-hearted over here. Dua Lipa. Do you like Dua Lipa, Paul? Okay, yeah. That's good. Paul Mosley. I like her, Dua Lipa. I love the name, Dua Lipa. Right, I've got 3 songs so far. Okay, we've got the ballad. I need 2 more, maybe 3. 3 more requests from people that haven't had one yet. So send your requests through. As always, gang, there is a text number. If you're watching on a TV screen and you don't have access to sort of texting in, you know, through a computer or something like that, and you haven't got a smartphone, if you're watching on the telly, then just send it through. If you've never sent a text before, then please put your name and where you're from within that text. Otherwise, I will have no clue who you are. All right? Just to let you know that. You need to put your name and your and where you are. Sort of, I don't know, James, London, or Oscar, Spain, something like that. Put that on the first text you send. Otherwise, I haven't got a clue who you are. And once I've got that, what I do is put your name into the system. And if you ever use that number again to text in, I'll know who you are first, all right? So we've got Maureen this morning sending a texting. Good morning, Maureen, who's watching the show. Good morning, Maureen. Hope you've had a nice weekend, darling. I'll tell you about my weekend in a moment. And good morning for someone else who sends a text in. Good morning to you, but I don't know who you are. There's no name on there, my darling. So put your name in there, and then I'll know who you are. Someone else has put one there. Getting spuds, which is lovely. I'm glad you're getting your spuds, but I don't know who you are. So please put them in there. Okay, Alex, I feel the charisma, even through the language barrier. Charisma, that's what we need. Charisma. There's so many people on the telly now with no charisma whatsoever, including 2 people this morning, both on BBC Business Live. One, a new woman on there in a pink cardigan, no charisma at all, and the bloke being interviewed with a bald head who he probably look a little bit old to be a millennial. He had a bald head and thick black rimmed glasses on. Boring as hell he was. Paul says the BBC local radio station should be shut down. Does anyone listen to that? Oh, not Radio London, dear. Tony Blackburn's on Radio London with the Soul Show. Yes. Okay, let's get on with it. So last Saturday just gone now, after work we had an excellent show on Sunday night with Victoria Sponge, she's such a nice person, real professional, and she does her show and got good reaction, and she has her little fans who come as well, little fans that follow her around everywhere. That was great. And then I drove up to my sister's. Journey was fine. I left about 20 to 12 and I got there at 2:30, so that's not too bad. What's that, 20 to 12, 20 to 1, 20 to 2, so that's 20, so just under 3 hours to get up to my sister's. Great time to drive around, middle of the night. You don't get traffic or anything like that. It's fantastic time, except you spend like 40 minutes trying to get out of London. You get stuck at all the lights and all that. Anyway, straight up the M1 this was, then we went across a bit, I think Luton-ish, Milton Keynes-ish way across, and then A1M and straight up there. Got there, and my sister waiting for us at the other end. We had a cup of tea and a chat, as we always do, and went to bed. And then in the morning, I think I got up a little bit later than I usually get up, 9 o'clock. I get a little bit tired after such a long drive. And of course, I'm going to bed later as well. So not only the long drive, but then I go to bed a bit later because it's been a long drive, if you see what I mean. So I got up about 9 o'clock, had breakfast. No Slimming World yesterday, my friends. No. So we had, I think I had... what is it now? It's like porridge, but not porridge. Oh, what's it called? Quaker Oats. Instant oats. Yeah, instant Quaker Oats. And my sister put some, delicious treacle syrup stuff in it. And I had 2 packets of that for breakfast. And then we went to look at a caravan. Now, as you know, I'm looking at buying a caravan near my sister's so I can spend more time up there. At the moment, I hire one. But it's not always available, and you have to go to a different site, and it can be expensive hiring a caravan. You can get one, although I have found one up there for £30 a night, which isn't bad. Usually I pay £50 a night. You can pay more than that, depending on availability and, of course, time of year as well. So I'm looking at buying a caravan up there, then I can spend more time up there. So I went to see this place. Now, my sister... had told me she'd found, the perfect one. So we went to see it, and the position of it was okay. It backs onto a river. So the caravan's sort of like that in front of you. There's lots of caravans on the side. They're all very personalised on this site. Now, this is something I haven't seen before because, of course, I'm used to going to Haven Holidays and places like that where all the caravans are all sort of, it looks like a new housing estate. They're all perfectly lined up. And they've all got like grass around, but not really any plants or anything. They've not been personalised. The caravans on this side have all been personalised and are all of different ages. There are certainly some old ones on there. There's some very old caravans on there, but they are all well maintained. You don't see any rust or anything like that. They're all well maintained and nice. So that was new to me. Got to the caravan. So, elderly couple, ever so nice they were, welcomed me, said, please come in. And my sister and her husband came along too. Now, my sister had already told me that she'd found the perfect caravan. You're going to love this, Quiz. She said it's very clean inside. It's got a nice garden, this, that and the other. So she's given it, no negativity from her whatsoever. So I was pretty sure this would be one. I've gone, first of all, up and down the back to have a look at the back. Now, the first thing I realised was the garden. The garden is small. Don't want a big garden because, I've got a lovely garden here. I don't want to be maintaining 2 gardens. However, I have to say the garden did look smaller than it did in the pictures. And it was clouded over, and I wasn't sure whether that little bit of garden actually gets the sunlight. It wasn't, you couldn't tell that. I don't know if actually I could look at a map, couldn't I? I could then see if it's south facing, but because the ground level's like that, and then you go up these steps. There's a little gate there with a lock, so you unlock this. You go up these steps and then cross a part, and the river's there. So you're lower, I suppose, I don't know. You know, you're higher than the river level, but you kind of go up and there's that. So which means there's a little bit of a hill there. Now, I don't know if that hill stops the sun coming down. So that's one thing, okay? I've spotted this straight away. But the garden is okay. So the garden's smaller than the picture, but that didn't affect my sort of thoughts about it. It's just something that I noticed. Then we went in the caravan. The caravan, without doubt, has been kept really well. It's clean. You know, there's no scum in the bathroom or on the kitchen. And she's showing us all around and all that. And it's been well kept. The thing is, they were like an elderly couple. And inside, it's quite old. Now, I'm not in my 20s or 30s or 40s. Okay? But they're kind of late 60s. So there's a difference in probably what I'd have in there and what they've got in there. But you shouldn't let that bother you. You know, you can change tables and things like that. No problem at all. I thought it was quite dark in there. And the decor, although very clean and tidy, was tired. Like the whites in there had discoloured, which white does. I mean, it does over time. White does discolour. So that is discoloured. The layout of the living room and kitchen, I'm used to it being sort of fairly open plan. But this, to me, it seemed it had been separated, which made the living room feel a lot smaller than it really was. Went round the outside, again, very clean and tidy. They obviously wash it down and that. The roof looked okay. The bedroom looked all right. But the other bedroom, the other caravan next to it was quite close to it. And it looked out, the window looked out directly onto the other caravan. She kept the curtains closed in there, which I don't suppose that would be a problem. But I wanted to put perhaps a sort of mini studio so I could carry on doing these programmes from there. Whether or not that would be possible, I don't know. But I would like that window open, and I wouldn't like to be doing a show with the curtains closed, if you see what I mean. So all in all, at the price, I wasn't sure about the price, but then looking around on the way when we got back to my sister's, well, actually to my nephew's, but looking around, I thought it was overpriced by about £3,000, a little bit overpriced. Anyway, so I haven't made a bid for it. Now, the lady did say, please ring up tomorrow one way or the other, because what she finds is that people come round, even those who show great amount of interest, and they don't hear from them. She said, and it's annoying. So I will ring her today, but I don't think I'm going to make an offer. Now, you can, of course, do up caravans. Robert says £61,000 and I'll throw in the seasonal fees. Now, it was nothing like that, Robert. It was nothing like that, mate. It weren't 61,000. It was nowhere near that. Not even a sixth of that. I'll send you a park model in Munns Park, Arizona, backed to a prairie. Now, that sounds nice, Robert. That sounds nice. Now, I'm aware that you can, of course, and people do decorate caravans. And I looked on the internet, on YouTube, and places of people that have decorated their caravans fantastically, I've got to say. And my sister went on and on about that. She does everything to try and get me to move up there. She's been like this for 10 years, my lovely sister. And she couldn't see anything negative about that caravan at all. She thinks, I think you got your hopes too high. Well, no, I mean, I'm spending a bit of money here. You want to make sure it's right. Bit like buying a house, except a lot cheaper. You know, when you go and buy a house, you don't walk into the first one. Oh, yeah, I love that. I know it needs a bit of work. I don't want to do any work. I don't do decorating. I hate it. I never, ever want to pick up a paintbrush or put a strip of wallpaper up. I don't want to do it. Now, my sister, she does a little bit of painting herself and immediately volunteered her surfaces. I mean, she's so wonderful, my sister. She really is. But, you know, there are... And without being horrible, okay? When you paint your own house, you're on a different quality to a professional who will come in and doing it. That doesn't mean you're no good at it. You understand what I mean? It's a little bit like me doing karaoke, right? When you see me singing at a karaoke, I play the big I am. This is a character that I'm playing. And I sing my song and say, well, we might as well all go home now. That was obviously the best song of the night. And all that business. Okay? But actually, I mean, I might be able to hold a tune just about, but I'm not a professional singer. You would not hire me to come and sing at your wedding. I am an amateur singer. An amateur singer who can just about get by singing a song, maybe one, maybe two. If you heard me sing 5 at the same time, you think, well, he's not a singer, yeah? Okay? Now, similar with the decoration. A lot of you, I'm sure, do DIY and paint your own houses and put your own wallpaper up, and you stand back and go, yeah, that's a good job. And it probably is a very good job. But it's not up to professional standards. Now, I've just had a bloke decorate my living room, and I loaded the pictures onto my computer for you to have a look at. Okay, here they come. Oh, by the first time, I've managed to string these pictures together so that they should change on their own. I think there's 3 or 4 together, so we'll see if that works now. Here we go. Right, look, there we I don't know why that's my millennial pose. I don't know why I'm upside down there. I've no idea, but that's my millennial pose. But anyway, here it comes. That should change in a minute, that picture. Is that going to change? Oh, it's not going to change, is it? It says it's a slideshow. Why doesn't that change? Why didn't that work? Oh, I'm so disappointed. Hang on, let's see. Automatic fade. What's that now? Randomised plays back. That's not going to work, is it? What happens if I do that loop? Oh, here we go. There we go. So that's my newly decorated living room. Now, I hope the top looks blue to you. It looks a bit green to me, but I think it's the computer picture. Now, there we go. That does look all right, doesn't it? There we go. Blue. So 2 tones of blue. There's my piano in the corner there. That's. And by the way, it doesn't normally look like that. Can I just point I just point that out. That's because I was doing this. There's me upside down again, doing my millennial pose. But there we are. And it's been really professionally done. The straight lines are all straight. There's no carpet. Not a single speckle of carpet, of paint on that carpet whatsoever. He took everything off the wall, filled all the little holes in, and he's done such a... There's my little teapot over there in the corner, look. And he's done such a good job. And that's how I would want, if I had my caravan decorated, I would get someone in to do it. Now, this all costs money. So if you've got a caravan, should we just take a figure out of the air? Say it's £10,000, right? And you wanted something. Well, there's another £2,000 gone to start with, right? So that £2,000. So that's £12,000. Now, this caravan doesn't have central heating put in, okay? That's going to cost you £3,000. So now we're up to 15, right? Well, to kind of go the next stage up from a 10,000, you'd be going to about 15, 16, 17 and 18. So why would you spend £10,000 on, say, a caravan when you could save up a little bit more and get something better? Now, this particular caravan is 14 years old. And it did sound to me like it was a little bit overpriced. So I haven't made a bid for that one. Okay, I'll ring her later and I'll tell her, you know, it's not quite my cup of tea. And she probably asked why. I don't know I don't want to upset her because she was a nice lady, elderly lady. I think I was the 3rd person to come round and have a look. Would it be worth making a lesser offer and spending the other money on the decor? In that one, probably not, because I didn't like the layout of the living room kitchen, you know. So probably not that one. But another one, you know, it's the same as looking at houses. There are hundreds of houses. There's thousands of caravans all over the country, you know, waiting for you to look at them and, oops, sorry. And perhaps take a second look at them. All right? And that's how it is. So there we are. Not going ahead with that one. But never mind, you know, I don't consider it... certainly wasn't a wasted journey because I've got time to spend up there with my sister, my niece, my 2 nephews, my 3 great nephews, and... Is it 3? 4. 4 great nephews. 1... there's 6 of them all together. Was it 3 great nephews and 3 great nieces? So I get time to spend up there with them, and it was all fantastic. We had a barbecue on Sunday afternoon, and oh my God, I just ate and ate and ate. No Slimming World yesterday. I've weighed myself this morning. I'm over 12 stone 3, which is a bit worrying because we're very close to a Slimming World weigh-in tomorrow morning. So I'm going to be very, very careful. You can lose a pound in a day quite easily. I've just got to be very careful with what I eat. So that's the news at the moment. Went up to see a caravan. Haven't bought one. Didn't even make an offer. I've already got one lined up. I'm going back up there again next Sunday. I've got one lined up there, and we'll see how that one goes as well. All right. Good morning to Heidi. All well here this morning, Heidi. Hope you're well as well, darling. Someone says, I bet your first picture looked fine in Australia. What, upside down? I'm sure it would. Again, you didn't send your name there, so I don't know who you are, I'm afraid. Robert says you don't have to worry about decorating. It's furnished, comes with a golf cart, and for an extra $20 you get a dog. I don't want a bleeding dog. An extra 20,000. I don't want a dog. Oh dear. Diane Jebb, could I play It's 5 O'Clock by Alan Jackson and Jimmy Butt? I thought it was my nephew's name you were putting. Oh, hang on. Where's my list of songs gone? What did I do with that? I had a list of songs here somewhere. What have I done with that bit of paper? Oh, what an idiot. Oh, there it is. There it is. 5 o'clock somewhere. 5 o'clock somewhere. I don't know that song. Alan Jackson and Jimmy Buffett. Excellent, Kevin. Excellent. Kevin Webster. 10cc. Yeah. I'm not in love. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there any more? Can we get another one in? All right, Danny. We were just talking about you a moment ago, Danny. Good morning to Jerry Cashmore Smith. Good morning, Jerry. Adrian says we'll put warning signs around your caravan. Be careful. Dangerous man on the loose. Yeah, that'd be me. Dangerous man on the loose. Dave, are you going to Slimming World tomorrow? Yeah, I must go tomorrow, Dave. I was really bad yesterday because I was at my sister's for a day. Not only that, we managed to skank out of my younger nephew, Jimmy, 21, a toasted cheese. I'm burping now, aren't I? A toasted cheese and onion sandwich and a cheese and onion pasty from my nephew. He never buys anyone anything, so I'm well pleased about that. When the option came up, do you want a sandwich? I put my hands up. I had 2 items instead of 1. I'm taking him to Vegas in October. We're looking forward to that. Hello, Alex. I agree with you. By the way, can I ask you about this situation in London and England? What do you think about Muslims? What situation is that? You need to... I don't know what you mean by the question, to be honest. What is the situation? Ask it in more detail because I'm not quite sure what you're asking there, okay? And I'll answer it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 songs. I can do 1 more. Adrian, get some laxatives. That will help you gain your Slimming World. No, because that's cheating, Adrian. That's cheating. I may take into Slimming World tomorrow a pair of Speedos and get weighed in those. Fleetwood Mac, The Chain last week. Oh, yeah, someone chose that last. Where is Claire this morning, incidentally? Claire's normally with us in the morning, isn't she? She's not there today, unfortunately. Read my first message. Your first message says getting spuds. That's all it says. That's all it says. You didn't put your name. No, that's not yours. I didn't get a first message from you, Sunshine. Where is it? Where is your first message? There's no first message. It says, I bet your first picture looked fine in Australia, and then I did send my name. The first message hasn't come. So who is that? Go on, quickly, send it again, and I'll read your name out, my friend, all right? Not to worry. And what's that one there? And Heidi's there. I said hello to Heidi, didn't I? Okie doke then. Right, we better do today's birthdays, and then I need to get my music and chat show ready. Actually, I might do yesterday's as well, because we weren't here yesterday, were we? This morning's birthdays. Happy birthday. Oh, we've got quite a few this morning. I'm not going to get through all these. Martin Rutherford. Good morning, Martin. Happy birthday. Lovely beard you got on there, Martin. Morning, Martin. Darren Morris. Hello, Darren. 38 years old today. I haven't seen you for ages now. Happy birthday, Darren. Lear Sherry, who I worked with at Belushi's in Hammersmith. Happy birthday, Lear. Andrea Ricky is 44 years old today. James, that text has come through. Rob from the Wirral. Thank you, Rob. I'll put your name into the system now and it forever come up whenever you send a text. All right, good morning to you, Rob. James Winch, or Weish, I beg your pardon, is 33 years old today. Good morning, James. You haven't been in Central lately, have you? Jamie Maguire is 38 years old today. Hello to John Ward, who I worked with in a few venues. Happy birthday, John. He's a publican. It's not Chiswick, near Chiswick. I can't remember the name of the area. Ealing. He runs a pub in Ealing. Good morning, John. Happy birthday to you. Colin White. Good morning, Colin. Kelsi Alexandra Cowton is 29 years old today. Jenna Fowler, looking fantastic in the hat, Jenna. Happy birthday. Thomas O'Brien. He does a lot with perfumes, don't you, Thomas? Happy birthday, Thomas. John Keary is 38 today. He's a massive Doctor Who fan. Good morning, John. Hope you're well. Chris Delderfield is a very young 50 today. Happy birthday to you, Chris. 50 is the new 40. 50 is the new... I am proof of that. I am proof that 50 is the new 40. Who thought that? Got to 55. Aren't I lucky? Lucky to get here. Good morning, yesterday's birthdays. SOS Gregorian, who's often with us in the morning. Good morning, SOS. Miles Chandler, happy birthday. 48 years old today. I gather you was in hospital a little while ago. I hope you're doing okay, Miles, all right? Jonathan Sands. Jonathan Sands of radio fame all over the world. All over the world. Good morning, Jonathan. Happy birthday, sir. Gabriel Galhego is 28 years old today. Wayne Hogarth, who was in Australia. I'm not sure where you are now, Wayne. You are the one in Australia, aren't you? I'm not sure now. I'm sure it's you. 43 today. Happy birthday, Wayne. Andy Masoon. Morning. Morning, Andy. Callum Howell. Lots of birthdays, isn't they? James Alexander Hydes reached the big 40 yesterday. How can you be 40, James? You be 40. Ha ha! You be... Forget it. Okay. Happy birthday, James. Ebbonknee Zeeley. Good morning, lovely Ebbonknee. Kirk Frew yesterday. And Fernando Caesar Knox. All these birthdays were either yesterday or today. So whether you've had your birthday or you're about to have your birthday, happy birthday, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Neil Diamond's Acapulco. Is that another song? Well, I don't know that one. Neil Diamond Acapulco. Thank you, Robert, who's 49 today. I think you're lying about your age, Robert. Now, don't forget, again, you can join us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK is where you find me there. Facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK. Adrian says, don't take the Speedos. You need the Budgie Smugglers ones, are much lighter and smaller, and also give everyone else a laugh. Either that or more likely a thrill when it comes to me. With you, Adrian, a laugh. With me, a thrill. Football tonight. How uninteresting is that, Paul? Football is totally and utterly uninteresting. And good morning to Colin, who joins us right at the end of the show there. Morning, Colin. Okie doke, boys and girls. That's it for our chat show today. Now, in 15 minutes' time at 10 o'clock, I'll be hosting a radio show. Music and Chat is the name of the game. I do hope you'll be able to join me there. You'll be able to find that at reachonair.com. Either watch on your computer or laptop or iPhone. It's on the TuneIn app as well. Reachonair.com is the station you're looking for, and I'll be with you at 10 o'clock playing the requests you gave me there. Also a little bit of chat in between the music. I do hope you enjoy it. If you've never listened before, try it for once and see whether or not you like it. You might not like it. You might like it. Up to you, okay? Once again, the station is reachonair.com. Reachonair.com. Robert's asking for the text number. I'll give you the text number, but once this show goes off, Robert, just to let you know, the text number is only on while the show is on, okay? You can't text me. Within 5 minutes of me going off, the text is off. It gets switched off until the next show. So it's the texting number is... you're in New Zealand, aren't you? So it's 44 17551 259 675. That's if you're abroad. If you're in the UK, it's 07551 259 675. Okay, Mustache Gang, Music and Chat Show, 15 minutes at 10 o'clock, reachonair.com. Have a lovely Monday, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye now.